Russia's gas behemoth, Gazprom, announced on Wednesday that it has closed the Nord Stream 1 pipeline for routine maintenance for 3 days. A gas leak has been blamed for this. Gazprom chief executive Alexei Miller on Wednesday said Western sanctions mean Siemens Energy is unable to carry out regular maintenance on equipment for the Nord Stream 1 natural gas pipeline. Siemens has stated that the gas leak shouldn't be the reason for shutting down since there are other turbines. The closure is now extended to an indefinite period. This move is sure to have major repercussions for the European economy, which is heavily reliant on Russian gas. In this video, Defense Updates analyzes how Russia has weaponized gas against Europe. Let's get started. The last few years have been tough for Europe. The continent's been embroiled in a debt crisis, coronavirus, and now it's being hit with another problem, a gas crisis. Russia is one of Europe's main suppliers of natural gas. The Nord Stream 1 pipeline is a key artery carrying Russia's gas supplies to Europe, accounting for about 35% of Europe's total Russian gas imports last year. The shutdown has caused panic in European countries that are heavily reliant on Russian gas, and it could lead to a major energy crisis in the coming months. Some EU states are far more dependent than others. Portugal and Spain use little Russian energy, while Germany gets more than half of its natural gas and more than 30% of its crude oil supplies from Russia. Russia's decision to cut off gas exports to Europe is a political and strategic one. Western armament is playing a critical role in helping Ukraine resist the Russian onslaught. Weapons like Javelin, NLAW, Stingers, and HIMARS have caused huge losses to Russia, both in men and material. It's suffered several humiliations, like the sinking of the Black Sea Fleet flagship Moskva and the downing of its frontline combat aircraft like Su-35s and Su-34. Western intelligence has also provided a lot of data to Ukrainians. If Western support stops for Ukraine, things will get a lot easier for Russia. To achieve it, the Kremlin appears to be using gas supplies as a weapon. With winter around the corner, this seems to be Russia's best chance to make Europe relent as increased gas prices drive up inflation. President Putin clearly wants to capitalize on Europe's critical vulnerability. Europe is no stranger to energy crises. In 2009, a payment dispute between Russia and Ukraine led to a cutoff in Russian gas supplies to Europe, causing widespread shortages. This time, however, the situation is even more serious. Russia is not only cutting off gas exports to Europe, but is also doing so as winter is about to set in. This could lead to frequent blackouts and other problems in European countries that are already struggling to deal with the economic downturn. But some experts believe that Europe can weather this storm. European Union members have agreed to cut gas use. The bloc has ramped up imports from alternate suppliers and is also firing up some coal boilers. German Chancellor Olaf Scholz said earlier this week that his country was much better prepared to secure enough gas for the winter than could have been imagined a few months ago. So, while a Russian cutoff would be disruptive, it might not be as devastating as some fear. Europe is slowly but surely becoming less dependent on Russia, and that could prove to be a blessing in the long term.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the like button if you find the video interesting, and kindly provide your feedback in the comment section. This will help us improve.